Okay, update. Pretty much all the body work for the repair of the vehicle that had to be done is all done. You know, the front of the hood is all done. The fenders are all done. The roof is complete with that rubber membrane. And then obviously so much is smoothing. You see the rubber membrane right here. I do have a few little touch-up spots, you know, just some finessing to do with maybe some spot putty in a few areas. You know, everything's all primered that need to be primered, so it's ready to go. Now it's time to start the conversion portion. Now in the actual Ghostbusters car, they have the fins on the back and they have those little bullet style headlights. Now, I know these fenders are not quite shaped right, but I'm going to attempt to try to give it that look. So I have a couple pieces of wood here that I've cut so far. My plan is to mold them onto the car. Let me just set it there, kind of like that right there. I've been looking at some pictures to see in relation of where the curve comes down to about the wheel right there. And then I also picked up some of these little bullet style looking tail lights, and I'm going to be putting these on either side of it. I got to build, you know, like a little mold here that's going to come out to house these pieces here, and then this piece is obviously going to be, you know, molded into the car. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it to where it's kind of removable, to where you just set it on there and take it back off when I'm done, or if I want to mold it completely in and smooth it all out. Obviously this piece of wood will be completely covered in fiberglass and all that to keep it from warping and doing all that kind of stuff, but I'm using that for the main shape of it. So that's the beginning of the conversion I'm going to be starting with, and hopefully that'll turn out really good, and then I'll get on to working on the roof rack. Gonna update a video on the fin portion of the car. I've had to get a little more creative with it, you know, as far as this curve was just way too much, so you see where I actually added a little more to it to bring it out a little further, so that curve is a little more subtle. I had to add this piece to the top because it just wasn't falling properly, so I had to kind of pitch it up a little bit. You can see where I've added the pipes to it to create that look, and then I got my little bullet style taillights in here, and then I got the inside. Now I went all online trying to find some good pictures of essentially this portion right here to see, I know it's flat right here, but how far it goes and how it's relation to the windows as far as the trim that goes inside here. But this realistically is really the only picture I could really find. So you can see it really doesn't show how far up it goes. That's the best one I could find. That's how I just know that it's kind of in that semi shape, I guess you can say. Now this thing is going to be fully fiberglassed. This all going to be fiberglass to seal it all off. Then it's going to be, you know, when I put it up against the car, you know, I'll just run a bead of, you know, not, you know, like a caulking, you know, for automotive use, just for this seam right here. And then I'll just take a little strip of fiberglass right here and then float this in, so this way it's part of the car, so you don't see a seam. I was going to make it to where these were just removable, where you just set them on there and then pull them back off. I'm still contemplating that, but for now I'm going to get everything fiberglassed, ready to go, and then when I set it on the car, I'll make my final decision at that point if I'm going to float it in or if I'm just going to make them to where I can just set them on there and take them back off. Alright, I got the fins all molded in. I decided to mold them to the car instead of making them removable. Now they're not completely like attached. I mean, I used that adhesive to glue them onto the car and all that, so they're on there, they're not going to fall off. But I can remove them down the road if I really wanted to. But I got everything all smoothed out to the car, so this way it all look one piece. The next step will be to make my brackets that'll hold my little bullet style lights on. and then the fins will be done. And then I'm just gonna add, I picked up some of that chrome vinyl decal tape, and that's gonna go across the whole top, all the way down, and then obviously down the side here, and then here. And then it'll also cover this piece right here like the actual car has. I've also gotten started on the lights that I'm gonna use for here. I'm just putting these like on a magnet, so this way I can take them off. I can position where I want. I'm working on those at the moment. And then I'm also gotten started on the roof rack. Now the way I'm building this roof rack, obviously since it's not going to be a drivable prop and it's not going to go anywhere, the base is going to have the light bars connected to it and all that. So this way I can literally just pick it up, set it on the roof, and if I need to take it off, I can literally just pick it up and take it right back off. So I've also gotten started on the roof rack as well. And you see I got the front lights also in the works. But the transformation has started to the Ecto 1. I will continue to make videos as I move along with it. Thanks for watching.